Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany. If you're new here, I'm an expat living in Greece. People are always asking me where is the best place to get euros when they come to Greece. And the first thing I say is do not get euros at an exchange place at the airport or here in town. They have some of the worst exchange rates you can possibly get when getting money abroad. Where are some of the best places to get euros for your trip in Greece or even anywhere in Europe? Because this pretty much applies anywhere that you need to get euros for, although there are some European countries in the EU that still do not use the euro. First, the best place to get money is at a plain old bank ATM here in Greece. If you have a major US bank such as like Chase or Bank of America, it is most likely that your ATM card, whether it's from the US or some other country, is going to be able to be used in a Greek ATM. Your bank is going to negotiate the best rate, exchange rate for you when you're using that ATM. However, they do usually charge quite large fees, both at the ATM and necessarily by your bank. Sometimes that's a flat fee. Sometimes it's a percentage of how much you've taken out. So if you're doing that, my recommendation is to take out as much as you're comfortable doing at a time. So that way you're not, spending all this money on fees and transaction fees. The other thing is you want to make sure you tell your bank that you're traveling in advance so they don't block your card when you go to the ATM so that you can actually get that money out of the Greek ATM. Now, if you don't want to necessarily pay the fees and you're prepared to take out a lot larger amount of money, my suggestion is to order euros from your bank in your home country before you leave. You can usually check the exchange rate for that on the bank website. You can order them. They will either have them delivered to your local bank branch, or you can even maybe have them delivered to your home, depending on how much it is that you're ordering. A good thing about this is you can usually order different denominations, so that way you're not all stuck with gigantic 50 euros. You can get some 5s, some 10s, some 20s. They probably will not give you coins though. That you will have to wait till you get here and make change. My other tip is something not to do, which is do not get cash out of an ATM using your credit card. The interest rate for doing this is usually a lot higher than what your interest rate is for a purchase when using your credit card. It also may mean a larger fee. So you want to just not do it unless you know your bank doesn't charge you a higher interest rate for doing that. But you definitely want to read the fine print on your credit card agreement before you decide to take cash out using your credit card. Another thing you want to consider getting is an international bank account. And you may be saying, Tiffany, what is that? Basically, it's like an online bank. There are no physical branches. They send you a debit card. You can transfer money from your bank account into the account. I suggest doing it in your home currency and then pulling out the money from the ATM here. And the advantages are the transfer fees between the two accounts are usually less. The exchange rate is usually pretty good. And at least with the one that I have Wise. The first 250 euros that I take out every month are transaction free, fee free. So that's what I have. This is my debit card for that. Yes, the number's on the back, so don't worry. So basically, I take money from my US bank account and I put it on my Wise card, and then I can take out euros at the ATM. And I've done the math. It saves me quite a bit of money, and I'm here a lot, so I'm taking out money every week. The good thing about this is that you can use it for more than one trip. There is no fee to open the account, so it's pretty risk-free. And you only have to put as much money as you want to take out. So let's say you want to put $1,000 on it, and then you can spend all that money on your trip, and then you don't have to fill it up again until you go on another trip. And let's say you don't use that 1,000 euros or dollars, you can then pull it out of the ATM in the US and get your money back. It's not sitting on that card forever. You can also use it like a debit card at a store. You can use it for more than just taking cash out of the ATM. There are several companies that do this. Like I said, I have Wise. There is an affiliate link down in the description box. I do get a little bit of a commission if you sign up with me, but it doesn't cost you anything. Also, there's another one called Revolut that's more popular with Europeans. But the great thing about this is, like, I needed to get a new card. Mine is expired now. And so I was able to actually have it sent to me here in Greece rather than it being sent to me in the US. So if you're going to be overseas for several months, or let's say you got one and it expired in 2 years and you're overseas again, you can still get it delivered to your house. Another tip I have is to use the Right ATM. You may be thinking to yourself, what are you talking about, Tiffany? An ATM is an ATM, but they're not all created equal. My recommendation in Greece is to make sure that you use an ATM that is associated with a Greek bank. Those are like Alpha Bank, Piraeus Bank, National Bank of Greece, and also Eurobank. It is a European bank. Now, it's not to be confused with the one that I don't recommend, which is to not use Euronet. Euronet is not a bank. It's usually a standalone ATM. There's a couple of issues with it. One is the fees are a lot higher. I do know that the fee for National Bank for me to take out there was €2.60, and the fee at a Euronet is like $3.90 or maybe €4. And I've seen it be different in different locations. So in EOS, for some reason, the fee to take it out is higher, and I don't know if that's because they don't refill it as often because it's in EOS and it's hard to get to. I don't know. And then the exchange rate is always not great. Like, it's always really crappy. Also, and it's not necessarily just Euronet ones, but ones that are not monitored tend to sometimes be more prone to skimming, which is where somebody has come along and put a device over where your credit card goes in. It's skimming the number off the card when you use it, and then you've put your PIN in there, and so they have your PIN too. So then they're able to go online and buy stuff without you even realizing that your number has been stolen because you still have the card in your hand. Sometimes using Euronet is unavoidable, or even, like, say, an ATM that's not attached to a bank. So the biggest thing to do, and you may feel a little bit silly doing this, but I do it all the time if I have to use them, is I go up and I jiggle the place where you have to put the card in to make sure it's not loose and it's not coming off. Now, it's less of a problem because nowadays, because a lot of the ATMs don't have that part that sticks out, so there really isn't a way to stick a skimmer on there, but criminals get tricky, and I'm sure they've figured out other ways around that by now, so just be cautious. And my last tip is to just use your credit card. Then you don't have to worry about the exchange rate. The bank, again, will negotiate the best exchange rate for you. The one thing you need to do is to make sure that you have a no foreign transaction fee credit card. This is becoming more and more common, but not all credit cards have it. So usually a bank credit card will sometimes have an option of getting a no foreign transaction fee. Because if you don't have that, that means every time you're using it, you're going to be paying a fee, and it's usually a percentage of what you've charged. And that can add up over time. This is especially true if you're using that card to pay for your hotel or for, say, a car rental. And the ones that usually have these are travel cards like American Airlines, Hilton Hotels, things like that, because they know you're traveling with them, so they don't charge you those foreign transaction fees. And the added benefit to that is you can earn points either towards airfare or hotel or just cash back, and those are usually more associated with those no foreign transaction fees. But again, you do need to make sure that that card from the bank or whoever you got the card from knows that you're going to be traveling, so they don't block the card. Those are all my tips for getting euros and spending your money in the most efficient way while you're here in Greece. If you want more tips for traveling in Greece, be sure to watch the video that's coming up on the screen now. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.